Imagine this, your sales team just closed a project. The customer is excited. Equipment has been ordered. The installation date is on the calendar. Everything seems to be moving perfectly. Then an email arrives. Plan review comments. The permit isn't approved. The project is now delayed. Your customer starts asking questions. Your installation schedule gets disrupted. And revenue that should have been coming in this month suddenly gets pushed into next month. Here's the crazy part. Most permit rejections aren't caused by major engineering failures. They're usually caused by small mistakes that could have been prevented before the plans were ever submitted. Today we're breaking down the most common solar PV design mistakes that trigger AHJ comments and permit rejections across the United States. Whether you're a solar installer, EPC, operations manager, or business owner, understanding these mistakes can save your company weeks of delays and thousands of dollars. Let's dive in. Why permitting matters more than ever. The solar industry has grown tremendously. Demand continues to increase. Customers want projects completed faster. Competition is tougher than ever. Yet many companies are still losing valuable time during the permitting process. The truth is that permitting isn't just paperwork. Permitting is the bridge between selling a project and installing a project. When that bridge breaks, everything slows down. The companies growing fastest today understand something important. Getting permits approved quickly is becoming a competitive advantage. Let's look at the mistakes that are slowing companies down. Mistake 1. Incomplete site plans. This is one of the most common issues reviewers encounter. Missing dimensions, missing setbacks, missing roof information, missing equipment locations. On the surface, these details may seem small, but from an AHJ's perspective, they are essential. Reviewers need a complete picture of the project before approving it. Think about it this way. If a pilot handed you a flight plan with missing information, would you approve the flight? Probably not. The same logic applies to solar permitting. When information is incomplete, reviewers are forced to ask questions, and every question creates another review cycle, another delay, another waiting period. What many installers don't realize is that a permit reviewer may spend only a short amount of time evaluating a project. The easier your package is to understand, the faster it can move forward. Mistake 2. Equipment information doesn't match. Here's a surprisingly common problem. The plan set shows one inverter. The datasheet shows another. The utility application lists different equipment, or a battery model changes midway through the project and documentation isn't updated everywhere. These inconsistencies immediately create concern. Reviewers start wondering, which equipment is actually being installed? Is the design accurate? Can the calculations be trusted? One small mismatch can trigger multiple comments. And once comments begin, the approval timeline often stretches far beyond what anyone expected. The lesson: consistency matters more than many companies realize. Mistake 3. NEC Compliance Oversights. This is where many delays begin. Electrical codes continue to evolve. Requirements change, standards get updated, and AHJs pay close attention. Issues often involve rapid shutdown requirements, conductor sizing, overcurrent protection, disconnect locations, labeling requirements. Here's something interesting. Most companies don't lose time because they can't install solar. They lose time because they underestimate how closely reviewers examine electrical documentation. One code issue can create multiple rounds of comments, and suddenly a project that should have been approved this week is waiting until next month. Mistake 4. Structural documentation gaps. Every solar system adds weight to a structure. Because of that, reviewers want confidence that the building can safely support the system. Missing structural information is one of the fastest ways to generate comments. Common issues include missing attachment details, missing roof information, missing load calculations, incomplete engineering documentation. The challenge isn't that AHJs want more paperwork. The challenge is that they're responsible for public safety. When structural questions exist, approvals slow down, and honestly, they should. No one wants uncertainty when it comes to structural integrity. Mistake 5. One-line diagram errors. Ask experienced permit reviewers what they examine most carefully. Many will tell you the electrical one-line diagram. Why? Because it tells the story of how the entire system functions. Small mistakes here create major concerns. Incorrect calculations, improper wire sizing, breaker mismatches, equipment inconsistencies. Even minor errors can trigger comments. The frustrating part: many of these mistakes are simple to prevent, but once they're submitted, they can delay an entire project. Mistake 6. Utility and permit documents don't align. This issue creates confusion for everyone involved. The utility receives one set of information. The AHJ receives another. Project details don't match, equipment details don't match. System sizes don't match. Now everyone starts asking questions, and when questions increase, approvals slow down. Consistency across documentation has become increasingly important as projects become more complex. Mistake 7. Rushing to submit. This might be the biggest mistake of all. Everyone wants faster approvals. Everyone wants quicker installations. Everyone wants to move projects through the pipeline. But rushing often creates the exact opposite result. A package submitted too quickly can generate multiple comments. Those comments trigger revisions. Those revisions trigger additional reviews. And suddenly the fast submission becomes the slowest project in the pipeline. Speed without accuracy is expensive. The companies that scale successfully understand that quality control is often what creates speed, not the other way around. The $50,000 delay nobody talks about. Let's talk about something many solar companies never calculate: the true cost of a delayed permit. Imagine a project gets delayed by 3 weeks. That doesn't sound catastrophic. But think about everything affected. Installation schedules shift, crews sit idle, customers become frustrated, equipment delivery timelines change, cash flow gets pushed further out. Now multiply that by 10 projects or 20. Suddenly you're not dealing with permit comments, you're dealing with a growth problem. Many of the industry's biggest bottlenecks don't happen on rooftops, they happen before installation even begins. What the best solar companies do differently. The most successful solar companies don't view permitting as paperwork. They view it as an operational system. They focus on accurate site surveys, complete documentation, quality control processes, engineering accuracy, consistency across every project, because they understand a simple truth. The faster projects move from contract signing to installation, the faster the business grows. Here's the biggest takeaway from today's video. Most solar projects don't get delayed because solar technology is complicated. They get delayed because details are overlooked. A missing measurement, an incorrect calculation, a mismatched document, a rushed submission. Small mistakes create big consequences. The companies that dominate the next decade won't necessarily be the ones selling the most projects. They'll be the companies that move projects from signed contract to installation faster and more efficiently than everyone else. Because speed creates cash flow. Speed creates customer satisfaction. Speed creates referrals, and speed creates growth. If your company is dealing with recurring permit comments, approval delays, engineering bottlenecks, or design challenges, it may be worth evaluating the process behind the scenes. At GWREA, we work with solar installers and EPC companies across the United States to help streamline permit design, engineering documentation, and approval workflows so teams can focus on what they do best: selling and installing solar. Visit www.greenworld-energy.com or call +1 443-232-8517 to learn more. If you found value in this video, hit like, subscribe, and share it with someone in the solar industry. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.